So welcome back my viewers and subscribers to another episode of the Resilience Hub. So it's been quite some time since I've last posted any content at all. So I am just going to get right into this video today. So the topic that I am looking to discuss with you guys today is when life is lifing. What do I mean by that? I'm pretty sure you have heard the term already. When life is lifing, it is simply saying, or it is an expression to say that you are going through a period or phase in life where you're having one challenge after the other, another trial after the other. It's as if you get no space or breather to deal with the new problem because you have 3, 4, 5 bundling up behind each other. That is something that is very difficult to deal with, and not many of us know what to do in situations like that. It can be very stressing, it can be very hard, especially when these things that are happening, it ranges from your job, it ranges from family related matters, it ranges from even you having to deal with your businesses, right? Or just your mental space overall. It can be very difficult. But how do you navigate through these times? How do you navigate through life when life is lifing? And that is what I am here to discuss with you. When life is lifing with you, what will happen is that your mind will become so much overstimulated, and that is something that you have to pay attention to. And because your mind becomes so overstimulated with everything that is happening around you, your emotions tend to build up. You tend to get angry, you tend to feel depressed, you tend to feel like you can't bother. It's like everything is just happening all at once and you do not know what to do. So my advice in approaching situations like these is that the first thing you need to do, and it is very simple, is to just find a space and get calm. Some people might say, boy, Azzy, me nah go, based on my situation, provide me no farm or room for get that luxury of being calm. Trust me, you can find it. If it's even for a couple seconds, find that space and get calm. Because if you try to make decisions whilst you're desperate or whilst your emotions are all over the place, the choices that you make are only going to be chaotic. You do not want to be just responding to things or reacting because this happened, you're just going to do this. No. You want to ensure that your decisions are cognitive. You get me, I say? When life is lifing with you, it can be very tumultuous. It can be very hard. There are times when you have so much on your plate, it's like you don't know what to do. And then things keep happening one after the other. And you say to yourself, oh, me I gotta deal with all of this. You feel like life target you because life just have something against you. So you feel and you can't bother. You don't know what to do. You don't know who to turn to. Life will seem like that at times. And I don't want you to become a victim of life. Because in truth and in fact, life is neither good nor bad, It's what you choose to make of it is what is important. You can either remain in a mindset that plays the victim to say that everything bad in life is happening to you. Or you can get to work and say, listen, these are the situations that I am encountering now. These are the things that are happening in my life now. How is it that can I find solutions to these problems? So what you do, you list the things and where you go through and you see how you can work on these things. Because, grant you this, you are not going to expect life, or life rather is not going to stop and wait for you to get everything correct and then it's going to come back to you and say, yeah man, here's another thing. No, life is just going to keep moving. And that's why I always say to my friends, that regardless of what is happening, you have to keep moving. Because in moving, that's how you're going to develop momentum. And for you to develop momentum, you have to take action. You have to take action towards a certain goal. And the goal is dealing with the different situations that you're facing right now in your life. Sometimes you're not going to have the solution right at hand. Sometimes the situation is going to be so difficult, it's going to bring tears to your eye, but nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have to cry. Get out those things outside of ourselves that words cannot express. Get them out through your tears. Move on and get back to it. I am not saying that you should disown your feelings. I'm not saying that you should cast them aside. I'm not saying that you should not validate them. But to sit down in a manner and complain or say, boy, this is all that is happening to me, it not fix the situation either. So you have to decide that regardless of what is happening in life now, regardless of who me who, regardless of my business where I fail, regardless of my job where I just lose, regardless of everything, I am going to keep moving forward, and I am going to find solutions to these problems. When you move forward with a mindset like that, what do you think is going to happen? Somewhere along the line, you're going to realize that things start happening for you. You realize that the job we apply for, you get a positive response. You're employed. You realize that the business we did try so hard at, you get a breakthrough. You get the loan for the business and you kick it off and your business start lift up. You realize that you start finding yourself with more than enough money than before, where you can pay off your debtors and you still have more for yourself. You realize that things that used to be bad, all of those things helped you to be a stronger individual, and it propel you forward even though life is lifing with you. Take a moment to be calm in your storm. There are lessons in every situation for us to learn from and to apply to our lives. It doesn't matter how dire or difficult or disheartening it is, there's a lesson in all of those situations. But are you willing to take the time to be quiet for that moment and to analyze the situation? Are you willing to quiet the voices in your mind telling you that you are a victim, and to sit down and say, what can I learn from this? How can I improve myself from these difficult situations? Because as I always say, they are observers. They are watching you. They're observing how you live, whether you know it or not. And whatever step you choose to take, you're giving them encouragement. So you need to think about what type of encouragement you are giving, not only yourself, but people in your immediate environment. Are you giving them good encouragement or bad encouragement? Because as much as life is lifing with you, and you feel like it is only about you, it's not only about you. We are individuals that are connected with each other, and we all have an influence on each other. So think about that. So my people, when life is lifing, it is not reason for you to give up. It is not reason for you to complain. it is not reason for you to get disheartened. Life is testing you. Life is testing you to see if you want everything that you say you want. Are you strong enough to go for it, even when things aren't going in your favor? Do you have the willpower to push through these difficult stages of your life? Think about it. And if your actions were to be a victim whenever these times happen, or these situations happen rather, take the time out to look at it from another perspective. When life is lifing, it is not for you to complain, but it is for you to learn a lesson. Stay blessed, my people.
This is the Resilience Hub.